All right. Welcome to the Way to a Great. Welcome to the Waycast. We are in uh, First Corinthians chapter 16 tonight, and so as we begin this chapter, it's the final exhortations. We start off with section verse 1. In this chapter, we will find um, a potpourri, that is a collection of things. First, Paul discusses the collection for the poor saints in Jerusalem, but then he goes on to discuss other things. He will talk about opportunities and position, about watching and praying, about the conduct of the church, about the acid test of doctrine, and about that which is ecclesiastical. The other church is in view here. Verses 1 through 4 concerns the collection. Verses 5 through 9 are the personal. Paul discusses his personal plans. Verses 10 through 24 deal with personalities. Folk who walk down the street of corrupt Corinth and lived in for Christ. First of all, this section is titled The Collection. Uh, verse 1. Now concerning the collection for the saints, as I have given order to the churches in Galatia, even so do ye. Paul begins his chapter by talking about taking up an offering. You would think that after Paul had discussed the resurrection, that most glorious doctrine of the Christian faith, he would say, Brethren, we are up in the heavenlies, so let's just stay up in the clouds. Instead, all of a sudden, it seems like he was he has pulled out the plug. Actually, probably what happened is he writes this and then he goes off and leaves it and comes back and says, oh, I need to talk to him about that. And so you have different thoughts. I've written letters like this before. Brethren, we are up in the heavenlies, so let's just stay up in the clouds. Instead, all of a sudden, it seems like he pulls out the plug. We find that we have just gone down to the very bottom. He is talking about the collection of money for the poor saints in Jerusalem. Some pious folks say you shouldn't talk about a collection. That is a material matter. You should talk about the spiritual things. Generally, those people don't want to talk about it talked about because the subject is a little bit embarrassing for them. Paul is going to lay out a method for Christian giving. Now, I hope you have your Bible open and that you will watch very carefully because I am not going to read it correctly. On the Sabbath day, let every one of you give tithes and offerings so that there will not be an offering when I come. It may be that when I get there, we will have a special offering or probably a retiring offering. Somebody will say, you surely didn't read it like it is. No, I didn't, but I read it the way it is often practiced today. Now, let us read it the way Paul wrote